Hey everyone, and welcome back to our Infinite Flight video training series. My name is Mark, and today we'll be discussing the ILS approach.
Turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 3000, November 172 Hotel Victor Yankee.
So as you can hear, the approach controller has just given me my left turn to the base leg from the left downwind for runway 15 into Birmingham. He is setting me up for the approach to line up with the ILS. And for those that don't know what the ILS stands for, it means Instrument Landing System. The ILS basically combines the localizer, which is the extended center line of the runway, as well as the glide slope, which is giving you your rate of descent for your altitude all the way down to the runway, maintaining a safe altitude to ensure proper clearance over any type of obstacle as well as terrain. Now there are two indicators on your HUD that show the localizer as well as the glide slope. First, your localizer can be found here on the compass, and then your glide slope can be found here, which is to the left of your altitude or your altimeter. So when you're flying the approach, you really want to make sure that both of those indicators are centered. One thing I really want to emphasize here, guys, is that when you are in contact with a controller, your flight plan then becomes void. It is very important that you follow the instructions and the altitude assignments that you are issued by any controller when you are on their frequency.
November 172 Hotel Victor Yankee. Turn left heading 180. Climb and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 15 approach. Turn left heading 180. Climb and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 15. November 172 Hotel Victor Yankee.
Okay, so he has given me the final turn to intercept the localizer. So from base, on a heading of 240, he has given me a left turn to 180 to intercept the localizer at a 30-degree intercept. Why is it 30 degrees? The reason that there is an angled intercept is simply to send you across the localizer, which again is the extended center line of the runway. So once that needle starts to come alive within the compass, you can begin your turn and make a nice gradual turn to line up with that localizer. So again, he's turned me and given me my ILS clearance from 240 to 180. So as you can see, as that needle moves, I will start to turn and hopefully line up on the localizer, and then begin to fly the approach using the glide slope as well as the localizer, which make up the ILS system. Once the controller sees that I'm established on the ILS or on the localizer, he will then hand me off to the tower or to the Unicom, so there's no need to ask for a frequency change. They will change you when they see that you are established.
November 172 Hotel Victor Yankee. Contact Birmingham Unicom on 122.8. Contacting Birmingham Unicom on 122.8. November 172 Hotel Victor Yankee. Birmingham Unicom. November 172 Hotel Victor Yankee is on final. Runway 15.
So the controller has handed me off to Unicom. I have called in and announced my position on final for runway 15 to Birmingham Unicom. Basically for me, I like to hand fly the aircraft all the way down, so I'm going to be making minor corrections here and there. There are some aircraft that do have the auto approach. Feel free to use that, of course. For me personally, I like to hand fly the aircraft. The reason I really wanted to do that in the video as well is to show you that if you do have to fly the aircraft on the ILS manually, that it's very important to understand that all you need to do is make very small and minor corrections. Again, very small, minor corrections. If you have to adjust your line up a little bit onto the localizer, very small turns, so you're not weaving back and forth across the localizer. And another key factor to this is maintaining that altitude, not by pitching the nose of the aircraft up and down so drastically, but controlling your rate of descent by using the throttle. If you look on the left hand side, you'll see that I'm going to be using that throttle, moving it up and down, which will help me to stay established on the glide slope, so that way I'm not pitching the aircraft so drastically up or pitching it down if I'm too high. Just using that throttle and making very minor, very small, slight corrections and adjustments to maintain the glide slope as well as maintain the flight path on the extended center line. Regardless of what aircraft you fly, which I will cover in later tutorials on different aircraft, on landing speeds, flap settings, so on and so forth, the ILS procedures are the same. You have the localizer, the glide slope, and regardless of the speeds, the flap settings for each individual aircraft, you're still going to fly the center line, you're still going to fly that glide slope, using the small and minor corrections, using the throttle to maintain your rate of descent and your altitude, so you're not pitching the aircraft so drastically to try and climb or to try and descend so quickly. Now I have the field in sight. I've turned off the map view on the HUD, and just watch the rest of the approach to see how I control the aircraft the rest of the way, all the way in for a safe landing.
$300. $50, $30, $20, $10.
Well guys, I hope that this tutorial has helped you to have a better understanding of the ILS, or the Instrument Landing System, and how to utilize the localizer as well as the glide slope, what they mean. With any questions that you may have, feel free to comment here, or you can also reach out to me on the forum, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or respond to any comments that you may have. Well guys, I appreciate you taking a few moments to watch this tutorial on the ILS approach. Again, this is Mark. Happy and safe landings. Be sure to subscribe for more great tutorials. You can also check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching.